endeavor start? How did this project started and the collaboration with the team?
Okay, so the After Six Club has been here for a year now. It was an accident at first. It was an accidental event and therefore started last year, April 27, specifically 2018. So through that, it's been a whirlwind of a lot of challenges. After a year, when we celebrated our anniversary, RAF here also celebrated their very first, what event was that? Yes, copywriting as well. Copywriting event. Yeah. So he had a copywriting event with a lot of speakers as well and thought leaders and champions in the startup arena. So what happened was, since it was our anniversary, and RAF also celebrated, and one of the co-working space partners that we are partnered with, so we helped them, we partnered with them. Sabi namin, RAF, after a few weeks, I was like, RAF, why don't we get together and put up something that is more close to the heart? So apparently, RAF and I are very into Mind Valley. Have you guys heard of Mind Valley? Anyone? So anyway, so it's a transformational school. It's a globally renowned school online. And we were thinking, like, you know what, the common denominator with everybody is that, again, as what he said, challenges are there, failures are there, but nobody really knows what the real story of who these people are idolizing. So what we did, we came up with a list, a roster of lists, 100 of them, and we said, let's ask them if they're willing to share their story. Because apparently, if we were very curious with their story, a lot of these people would also think that, their story also matters. So 33 speakers said yes, 33 thought leaders and champions said yes. And that's when we said, okay, maybe let's go ahead and let's do it. Without any game plan, what happened was that the universe conspired and said, okay, Cassie, maybe it's time for you to have a month-long event. And that was when Eugenie contacted me a few days after and said that, Cassie, can you do something educational for Estancia? So you kind of like goosebumps because Raf and I were just thinking about it. And then after a few days, we received a call on doing it on Estancia. So I told Eugenie, maybe let's marinate it for a while. I want to think about it because it's such a huge, ambitious goal. Then again, I'm ambitiosa, so might as well. So after a few days, one of the partners as well, Philippine Wine Merchant, said, Cassie, can we do a wine and cheese event with you? And then the universe, of course, it threw me like super goosebumps because I was like, oh yeah, maybe we can do a Thanksgiving party instead. So I went back to Eugenie and I told her, hey Eugenie, maybe let's do it. And then she said, okay, I'll give you everything, the stage, all collaborator, everything that you need just to make it happen and bring the content. We asked the 33 speakers if they're willing. And most of them said yes. Of course, we only have limited slots. And after a day of publishing the content of the workshops, we now have 2,000 and still growing students who is going to Estancia Mall for that workshop, for that month-long workshop, which is happening July 13 until the 27th of July. So after that, we were thinking, okay, what about the Thanksgiving party? So sabi namin, sige, let's do it na lang in one of the retail stores that's not open. But there's going to be a mass. So parang, oh my goodness, while people are drinking wine and eating cheese and then there's a mass, isn't that awkward? So that's a little disrespectful. 3 hours after the study happened. The study where we currently at, they called me, Maggie messaged me and said, Cassie, can you do something with the study as well? So it's just like really what I'm trying to say here is that the story is that the universe really gives you what you need. It doesn't give you what you want. The universe gives you what you think is good for the society and to collaborate and to contribute to people. So this is what I really, really believe that when you're doing something, any endeavor, it's just not really for you. It's more for other people. You and yourself being here, you are a collaborator on making this happen. And I personally wanted to say thank you because without you, there will be no us. Without them, there will be no us. So yun, so that was what happened. I know it's a long story, but what I'm trying to say here also is that collaboration over competition is the key, and helping one another would have been a very beautiful endeavor also as it unfolds day by day. And good to know as well, even if we're a small player in a big fund, globally also, Mind Valley also recognize our efforts, and they're flying in to support us for the Ambitious Triad Conference. So I guess being ambitious is not negative at all. Last year, I have been, well, not really just last year, but throughout these years, I've been called as na sobrang ambitious a person, negatively, until I made it into a middle name. So now, I guess, since being ambitious, having ambitious goals is not that bad after all, I guess. Because I'm sure everybody here have your own ambitions, right? Yeah, so there. So that is how it happened. So the credit really isn't mine. The credit is all because of everybody. There. Miss Universe. It's a support system.
Thank you, Cassie, for that. Do you guys have any, follow-up questions? Something you want to clarify? Wala pa, sige. To others, what do you think is the goal of this, of this collaboration, of this project?
For us naman, from Estancia's end, it's more on collaborating also and educating the mall goers and also the link that Cassie has. So what we had from the previous workshops are more on the creative side, more on helping the community how to paint, something very crafty. But this time, since I'm such a big fan of the After Six actually, parang I don't know people who actually read newsletters, pero I'm the one who's been following Cassie, yung newsletter of After Six Club, I think every often talaga monthly. And it just so happened that the time I read one of her newsletter is the anniversary of After Six Club. Tapos I thought to myself, well, why not partner? Kasi after all, I'm always looking for someone to partner in terms of workshop. And I'm also a big fan of the tribe of Cassie. So it's just so happened that Cassie is, I think she's in Malaysia.
Yeah, I was in Malaysia.
But she responded to me, I think a day after. So sabi ko, wow, okay, nice. So we're very excited to give the floor also to the After Six Club because they are very well known in the industry, also expanding the honing and expanding the culture of teaching, and then of course the law of attraction thing, the universe, and just expanding the learning culture. We're very happy to partner also with the After Six and also with Enduran.
Yes. So from Enduran's side naman, so we're opening up our fourth branch of the study. So this is where we are right now. We're not fully operational yet, but then we're just very, very excited for this collaboration. And from our side, so I know there's Enduran colleges, but apart from the college, we are also very passionate about teaching people of all ages. So we have the extension school. We offer languages, tutorials, corporate trainings, a lot of other things. So, and learning about the month-long event that's happening for learning and purpose, we're very excited to just be part of it. It's a privilege for us. And yeah, so the goal is just to provide education for all ages, yeah, and just for everyone.
Okay, so for me kasi, I'm the founder of a cooperating group in the Philippines. We're the largest and over 5,000 members. And I've been teaching people a lot about cooperating, and I really enjoyed educating people because most of them, even I've taught agencies and marketers, don't even know what I'm teaching. And for me, I want to help Filipinos upskill and become more globally competent. Because one thing I've noticed is that most Filipinos stick with their college degree, they don't learn further. When truth be told, if you want to become a great thought leader or a great expert in whatever you're doing, you need to keep learning. That's why lifelong learning is really important. So that's one of my missions, and that's why this project, this collaboration was really a blessing to me because for the longest time I've tried doing everything myself, but I've came to realize that why not tap into other experts who are actually willing to share, and with that we can even reach more people and provide more value to other people. So that's why this happened. That's why we were able to tap 33 experts, and we're so happy that they were so generous in giving value and sharing their story and even their secrets. They shared their secrets, basically what they do if ever they lost everything, if ever they were in the situation where they were like an average or normal Filipino person. So with that, everyone can relate. Everyone can actually believe that, hey, if they can do this, if this is what they're going to do, if they were in my place, I can do it as well because I'm there, and then I can reach my goals further. It becomes more of a goal, not just a dream. Diba? It becomes realistic to them. So with that, I hope that the summit will help inspire and even motivate people to take action to actually chase their dreams.